My name is Nancy Zilversmit, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been a psychic for a very, very long time. I was awakened when I was 12 years old with visions, and they were not your normal dreams. They were visions, and they were very, very spectacular type things, events in my life. And then as time went on, I started lucid dreaming, which meant I was also an insomniac all night long, but I was awake and aware and resting the body, but also dreaming very vividly. And it's like each night everything continued. And this went on for over 30 years. And what you know can change, especially if you have spiritual gifts. You start with basics and then you upgrade to different flavors of that. It's like I had complained to Spirit that I wanted sight. I wanted to be able to see energy like everybody else. And they said, oh, you already have sight. It's prophecy. So that was many, many years ago. So now I have different flavors of that. But they start with one thing and then they work you up to other things. So being a psychic is, like I said, different for everybody. It depends on what gifts they have, how they use it, if they're afraid of them, if they know how to use them, if they've been trained to use them, and their interaction with spirit. I use my gifts any way that it is needed at the time, usually in service to others. Sometimes for reading, sometimes for healing, sometimes counseling. I'm also a reverend, so I do a lot of spiritual counseling. And I do house clearings, and whatever the need of the person is how I use the gifts. Well, the work is what I'm called to do, and I basically take my cues from Spirit as to where I go. A lot of times I'm invited, and the invitations, like I was invited to work here. I began at Melting Heart doing psychic fairs, and then you invited me to do a tarot class here, which that's now expanding to doing some healing sessions and other events also that are open to the public. I move from place to place as Spirit tells me to. Sometimes I have my own shop. Sometimes I'm working through Skype. I work through a radio show, which I've done for 7 years, and it's on Achieve Radio, which is www.achieveradio.com, Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time, and there is an archive. There are 7 years of archives of all kinds of subjects of the supernatural, paranormal, psychic, and spiritual. And that's www.achieveradio.com/outside. And the show's called Outside the Box. What inspires me to do this work? Well, it's what I was meant to do in this lifetime, and I kind of got told that I was born to do this work. Obviously, they trained me for several years through the lucid dreaming, and then told me, it's time for you to do the work. And the thing is that I would prefer to do this kind of work than a 9-to-5 job. I've tried the 9-to-5 jobs before, and something would always happen that I would have an allergic reaction to the environment or something, where I'm not allowed to keep a regular job. So Spirit provides. I'm always in the black, and no matter what I'm doing, it's Spirit related, and that's how I survive. So how does my work help others? It depends on what the need is. I do everything from energy clearing to entity removal to house clearing to counseling with their spiritual gifts to just readings which will tell them their past, present, future. And so whatever they need in what area of their life, whether it's healing, whether it's, sometimes it's just prayer, sending energy, and getting advice. And as long as it's a spiritual advice and not something that they can get done some other area of their life, then I will deal with it. Come on down and see me at Melting Heart. I'm here on Fridays and Saturdays. I teach classes here, and we will have a lot of different events, and please check the calendar. And if you have any suggestions of anything that you wish to see done here, talk to Rosie.